Welcome to the beautiful game. Well, you see that quite extremely disappointing performance from Athletic Bilbao just yesterday in the UEFA Europa League. Well, I expected more from them, but 7-1, that's how it ends on aggregate. Good morning and welcome to the beautiful game. Edgar, of course, is here with me. Edgar, are you still feeling the blues? How was the party after Thomas had come back? Or how did it go? How did you feel? Just let's get your feelings, you know. First, before we get into Man U, how was it after Arsenal?
I am disappointed. I wouldn't lie. I am totally disappointed with the game. This is one game that, after we had cooked Barcelona for losing the night before, you could tell that everyone was here. So I was hoping that, you know, Arsenal would perform and do things. But then again, because of our lack of a good striker, you know.
Okay. Well, let's focus on
next season.
Come on, what? At the end next season, since when? 20 what? Now 19?
The next season is the final season.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about Manchester United, who, of course, defeated Athletic Bilbao 7-1 on aggregate. And for me personally, I was really disappointed. I expected, see, Barcelona and Inter Milan gave me one of the best games of football ever I have seen. And for me, when I watch football, I want to see competition. I want to see two teams go at each other. I want to have fun. And I was expecting that from Bilbao, but they heavily disappointed. Manchester United beating them 3-0, and they're coming here 4-1. This is at San Mamés. Athletic Bilbao are they're a juggernaut. It's hard to beat them at San Mamés. Well, Manchester United went to San Mamés 3-0, came back home to Old Trafford even after they had scored first. And I was expecting that, okay, these guys are going to give us something to enjoy. I like Manchester United to score 4 goals. And look at that last Mason Mount goal. Look at what kind of keeper error is that. That keeper, something wrong with you? But as it happened, Manchester United, of course, are going to meet Tottenham Hotspur in the final of the Europa League. Now, this is where, in the EPL table, Man U and Tottenham are 15th and 16th. And Arsene Wenger mentioned that it is wrong, or it is not, it doesn't augur well that the 15th or 16th team will qualify to play in the Champions League. So he's saying that rule, when they put it, that the winner of Europa qualifies for the Champions League, should not hold. Now, Edgar, what do you think? I mean, think about it. You have 1st to 5th who will go automatically, and then you have 6th to all the way down to 14th, who are better on the table than Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. All of them don't have a chance, but then Manchester United or Tottenham will be in the Champions League next season. I
just believe that there are rules, all right? And the rules are actually very simple. If you win a certain cup, you enter the next competition. So let's not, I know me, as a Wenger is only saying that because it's Tottenham.
But that rule came as one time now. Yeah. The rule, it was just a few years back. Before then, it didn't used to happen. So what happened was that the Europa League, teams didn't used to take it so serious. So they said, okay, let's put in this one as some sort of sweetener to make them start taking it serious. Yeah, so they started taking it serious. So it now happens that if a team performs so badly and focuses on a few matches, I mean, you understand, Manchester United are basically the only unbeaten team in European competition. But when you have to play, 7 matches over a 38-game season, so that's where that debate is going back and forth. You win away from home, and let's, like we mentioned, so for the finals, it's going to be Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United. And Edgar, like we're talking here, I know it's a rule, and I'd mentioned that yes, it's a rule, but the rule was put in place at one time. But imagine, take a look at the table, and like we said, and like I'd mentioned earlier, you're taking a look at the table and then looking at it, I mean, all the way, you can see now these are the top 5 who are guaranteed a spot in the Champions League. Chelsea, of course, still need to work on themselves. Arsenal, second place is not even sure for Arsenal again. No?
Absolutely. I think I said this like 2-3 weeks ago. It's not sure for them. They have to play Liverpool. They have to play Newcastle. And these are strong competitors. So
exactly. So for me, I think the way the season will end, Manchester City will come in second place. They're just 3 points behind Arsenal. There's 3 matches to play, 9 points to fight for. They're just 3 points behind Arsenal. Newcastle is going to play Chelsea. Chelsea will play Nottingham Forest, the final match day. Chelsea will play Nottingham Forest, final match day. So my point is that I love that there's so much drama at the end of it. But that is not what I want to talk about now. Now, you see, if we go all down and we take a look at this, right? So look at it, all the way down. So you see, 1st to 5th, then you have 7th. If Aston Villa did not qualify, Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton, Everton, and then it gets down to these two. See where they are. How? So I don't know if you get what Arsene Wenger was talking about. You're 15th and 16th on the table. Look at the points you even garnered in the whole season. 39. On a normal day, this is relegation standard. This is relegation standard. Look at the number of matches that you lose in a season. You've lost 16 matches. 16. This one, look at this. Tottenham is the most shameful. But now imagine they beat Manchester United now in the Europa League final now, and they lose 19 matches. And you're going to play Champions League.
Let's not forget that the reason why they are in this competition is not because of their present season, but the previous season. All right? Let's not forget that. So they performed well enough to be in the competition from the previous season. And then what they're happening or what they're doing this season, of course, they will not be in the competition the next season. All right? But I don't have a problem with the rules, Sha.
The origins of the Champions League, when it started, it only used to be for the champions, right? Of the different leagues. So you had fewer teams because it was the champions. And then, okay, because you wanted a wider tournament, you started going for the second place, the third place. So now, Tottenham Hotspur will stand. They say Champions League. What champion of what?
Europa now.
Of what?
Europa now.
Europa.
Are they not also champions?
It's supposed to be league. League. What in your league? Look at you. 16th place. Nah, for me, man, I'm serious. I'm just saying, and this is I have nothing against them, but I mean, this is quite very terrible for a team to remain in the 15th and the 16th position, and then they will qualify. Let's take a look at Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea were in the Conference League. That's that Conference League. You know that even committee sheet big past that one. You understand? That one is just and they were up against. I think it was Hugh Garden. Yeah, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They played Noah, Isaac, Abraham, Jacob. Now they're going to Garden of Eden. Look at the kind of names they are playing in competition. You know, all these Chelsea fans. You see, very noise makers. Them are all the noise makers. They will make it. But now they're going to play against Betis. Betis, of course, had a very interesting match against Fiorentina. And for me, for the finals, I would go for Betis. I think they would whoop Chelsea in that particular final. But hey, come on, that's all that we can take on the beautiful game. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. The second lap of the show is coming right up.